Alright, g'day everyone, welcome back to Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is the morning after I played it the first time. I thought about it all night long. It keeps asking me to put in the current time, so I am assuming that will come into play at some point. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Oh, you're welcome. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have a way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Do I have a favorite time? Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Thank you. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. So it actually doesn't have any bearing. It doesn't actually have any bearing on the rest of the game. It just... Okay. Also, last time I didn't realize until after. I had to jump off really quickly. And I didn't realize it had begin the game and then it had begin the game again or something. And now it's gone and I knew it was going to be gone and but I had to go. That's so annoying that it's gone. I hope I didn't miss out on like a super secret thing, but oh well. Life goes on, you know what I mean?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I kind of don't want to skip, but like, we also know this.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through...
I'm bored. I'm bored, sorry. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. I like getting an achievement for doing nothing. Yeah, see, the clocks aren't set to the time that I put in. So that's what I was looking at last time, but... That says, like, a message there. Like, the red light's on. Can I not? Okay. Alright. Okay, I feel like game strategy time. No, let's not think about it. Let's just go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I want to see this computer here. This was the one that had, like, input on it that I missed. God, I need to... Sorry. Begin the game again. Okay. Oh, maybe it's just saying, like, get rid of all of your progress and start again, which is what we're doing. Maybe that's what it was. Controls, no. General? No, here. Oh, it is down. Why am I going crazy? Alright, that's better. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so there are ways to branch out if we go left, but I kind of want to see where that lift thing goes.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But
well, there's also this thing as well.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Actually, feck it, let's go in here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh my goodness, there's so many ways to go. Oh, so you can just join the left loop there. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to be a menace. Continue to be a menace.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is there any other way I can go? Do I have to go left? There's no, like, controls for those. I'm assuming I have to go straight.
No,
Oh my
right,
god.
My mistake.
Bro, that actually jump scared me. Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Stop fucking around with me. I know you're just doing this to piss me off.
No, let's see. We went down...
He's
right,
just fucking
left,
around.
Down, left,
Fucking around.
Right. Yep, okay, yes.
Don't know why I stay.
Now, this story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Jeez, that was a ominous sound. Don't fucking do it. You're gonna decapitate me? Okay, alright. There's still nowhere I could put in 914 on a phone. It said if those lights are on, dial 914.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
That's the fastest we've ever been through the loop. That's so funny.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Gotta save power. This thing's still off. When does it switch on? Interesting. Huh. Alright, something to keep an eye on. Alright, let's go to the lift now.
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
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 No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley?
Yeah.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I don't think so.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm not the one who wrote the story. Was
I'm
right
dumb,
here just
dude.
a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, that looks different. Those look the same. Well, that's different. Is it the same thing? Like, does that loop around? It must. Yeah, it does. Alright, left or right. Oh, this one's got one blocked off. Oh, and I can see like a maintenance corridor back there. Yeah, let's go this way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I
Shut
can
up.
promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. No, you fucking asshole. There's gonna be more doors. Like, it's gonna be more broken, right?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You must be bored of that by now, right? Like saying that same line, dude. It's still off. Interesting. Sorry, I'm not looking through all these windows. I probably should be checking if anything changed, but like, I don't know it well enough to be able to tell if it changed or not. Hey, there's no doors.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, that's weird. There was no door opening noise then. Man, can I just go back to my broom closet? I felt safe in the broom closet. No. 420. Sorry, I don't know how I missed that last time. Okay. Sorry, I just saw the umbrella and just made me start thinking it's literally the same symbol as the Umbrella Academy. I'm so excited for season 4.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Yeah, this is all new. Oh god, why is it getting darker? Okay, light. Good, good, good.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Bro, he's 100% fucking with me. Trying to be like, oops, where did the story go? You shut the fuck up. Oh my god. It's getting worse. Oh my god. Alright, it's just some paint. It's just some black paint. Don't worry about it. It's someone's cabin? What's going on?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
It is now.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Well,
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
no,
Some
that's
people win
not
fair
true.
and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Nope. Adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, that's new. That door wasn't open before. Are you sure you painted it the right way, mate? See, I don't want to do what he tells me. But I really want to go through here. Oh, I can see a computer that I could turn off. Oh, no, I can't. Are you winning, son? Yeah, you seem to be doing alright. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Don't be copyrighted. I think it is copyrighted. Also, the Riddler's been here. I didn't know I worked with the Riddler.
cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Are you fucking with me, or is it actually going to be important? I struggle with memory stuff, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a photo. I'll cheat your fucking game, dude. I don't give a shit. Alright. Please don't turn the music back on. It was actually getting really feckin' annoying.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Huh?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, that's back to my office, so that we're supposed to go here. Oh, okay. Ooh, we get to explore these spaces now. That's cool. Photocopying my butt.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Yeah, look at that
after
one.
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, Oh, he's not even talking this time.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure. Dude, this is going so far off the rails.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
It's literally
Go
just a
wild.
loop.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, can I have the phone back? It was a really nice phone. Insane that this whole loop comes from just one little change.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
No, I want to acknowledge it. It looks pretty. It's also in the Naughty Dog yellow. Oh, well, I can't follow it up there, so. Okay, that's fine.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
What?
Our destiny awaits.
Oh, he's not even giving me the choice. The confusion ending. Find the confusion ending schedule. A narrator restarts the game, 5th restart. Oh. Okay, so I don't want to go too far and then trigger. Like, I actually want to read this. So deviate from the maintenance room, end up in the monitor room. Narrator restarts the game, 1st restart. Discover the 2 doors, room now has many additional doors. Aimless wandering, narrator restarts the game. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you go. 2nd restart, the office is now a dead end, turn around, find another dead end. End up in another building, the wooden room, narrator restarts the game, 3rd restart. Adventure line, nonsense, philosophy, and music. Return to the office, return to the monitor room, 4th restart. Adventure into unexplored territory, find the line again, find the confusion ending schedule, narrator restarts the game, 5th restart. Narrator forgets, okay, oh, this is new stuff, okay. I've been playing the confusion ending for 18 minutes, shut the fuck up. 5th restart, narrator forgets about previous restart. Stanley attempts to play the story but is prevented, unable to go anywhere or do anything. The game restarts on its own. 6th restart, find the line again, begin following the line, find an identical replica of the office that has begun to deteriorate. Attempt to make up a story here. Narrator restarts the game. 7th restart. There is no longer an office, simply a black space. Wander in the blackness. Find a bookstore. Get bored and leave. No, I like bookstores. Narrator restarts the game. 8th restart. Narrator is gone. After a long time, Stanley dies. Okay, this is going to be fun.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What was that? Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I actually can't remember what happens. Ah, here we go. Input received. There we go. I don't know what that does, though. I can't... Okay, at least we know that's there now. So we'll come back to it next time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Does it even matter where I go?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't have the time to sit through that again. Okay, here's where we can
Coming to a
deviate.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, jeez, that's ominous.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
He puts his grippers
And for that
away.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yep.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah, get your steps in, mate.
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Then
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
It's called an inner voice.
The voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Didn't work, bud.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I think we just gave the narrator or...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Ariella!
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Mariella! Gal, I get you're about the grind, but like, Fam, that's so cold-hearted. Yeah, I just remembered the confusion ending said that a long time passes and then he just dies. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there's no input there anymore. Interesting. Ooh.
Oh, new content?
Yeah.
What does that mean, new content?
Oh, okay. We're moving. Oh, God. Oh. We're just on a little ride. Okay. It's feckin' Disneyland.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This is a different, It's a Small
Please
World.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
See, the thing is, because I never played the original, I actually don't know what's new and what's not. For me, it's all new, which is really fun.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
No need to be salty, dude. Come on now. Do I have to press something?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
He's so salty.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me that content. Okay.
All right.
Can I jump now?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yes. Get your fucking cardio in, mate. Do those star jumps. Let's go. Gonna have hench feckin' calves. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Oh well, I had fun.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
That's
there
pretty
has
fun.
to be something else, right?
It doesn't have to be. I had fun. My finger got a workout. It's all good.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I want to jump. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievements, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, I was gonna shake my head. If that's genuinely the only new stuff, that would have been fucking hilarious. Okay. I don't particularly want to go out there. There's my mug. Did you take my mug? No, we just got the same mug. That's where we should be.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Yeah, I guess? Coffee nut. Well, alright, yeet.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Wow. Whoa.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The memory zone. It's like a wellness retreat or some shit. 2013. Memories, sweet memories.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, I was like, you got a BAFTA? No, you didn't. It's just tape on there. Good times. That's so funny. The original remake. Smile because it happened. It's me $1 millionth. Why can't you play the game within a game? Go outside. Don't play for 5 years? What? Was that an actual achievement? If you booted it up after 5 years, you got an achievement? It is impossible to get this achievement. That is so funny. If that's legit, that's the best achievement. Because, like, literally no one would know about it until 5 years after the game. That's so good. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Haha. Deals tough choices. Yeah, it's me dead. Stop playing copyrighted music, you bitch. I was calling the game a bitch just to be clear then.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory zone maintenance. Huh. Oh my god, they put you in Minecraft. That was the game that they used to put you in. That's so funny. Bro, maybe make some people mad here. I've never even owned a Minecraft. Like a version of it. I've never played any of mods or the original or anything. Wow. The original remake. Wow. I want to live in this place. Gotta be honest, this is great. Oh yeah, the red and blue door. I completely forgot about that. That's another pathway we could take. Good lord. There's so much. There's a bike.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
That's really funny. I can't get in there. I can't get in there. How do I... Do I have to go back? Okay. True.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
There we go.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh god, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Yikes. Not recommended. Uh-oh. That one is, but you can't read it.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
We're now playing Heavy Rain. Can I drive the forklift? My goodness. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. God. I'm getting soaked, narrator. Well, the idea.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Never mind, you're gonna read it to me.
While the idea for the game is good, enough As someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
We can't get in there. Okay.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
You still played for almost 10 hours, dude.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna abuse it.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
Oh,
It's
I'm
what
gonna
the
spam
players
it.
have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
This
that's
is funny.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there.
Oh.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Oh my god.
goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting...
Skip.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about our...
Sorry. This is just really funny. Oh, he's gone. The clock has stopped as well. Uh-oh. What, the fire alarm? Good lord, get me out of this one. Please, get me out of this one.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
He's gone again. Let me at him.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
I broke him.
end, is never the
Sorry.
end, is never the
I broke him.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is...
Is this just it forever now? Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. You crushed my plant, man. Oh, that's pretty. That's really nice. Oh, now I'm sad again. Sounds like a feckin' air raid siren in the back. Oh my god, no, get me out of this one. All the hair on my arm just stood up. Uh-oh. Do I leave? Can I skip, or is it broken? I'm gonna assume it's broken. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I think effect up. My bad. Oh, no, we're back anyway. It doesn't even feckin' matter.
All of his co-workers were
He's
gone.
back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But imagine if Stanley remembered all the loops. I'm gonna assume that he does. What does that input thing do? New content. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I don't think I could miss it, buddy. Alright. Oh, we just skipped all the explanation. I thought it was gonna be funny. New stuff. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark.
Yep.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Sorry, I had to check something. Oh. Right.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I guess with a game like this, you really can't do a
Calling it
sequel.
The Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Oh, no.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I was gonna say the red, black, and white aesthetic. Also, this looks like the Shining carpet with the design. It's very Imperial from Star Wars aesthetic, like the Empire aesthetic, which is an interesting choice. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. That's so cool. Red section of the chart. That's funny. More the Stanley Parable. Better the Stanley Parable. Win-win. The color red. Okay. The fern! Oh my goodness! I forgot about fern completely. That's funny. Oh, I like that one. Where it's the 2 eyes, or like for 2. That's cool.
Now, to be clear,
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay, I can't go. Can I take a seat? No? Okay. New content bus? Can't get on that. Okay, I feel like I'm being herded. I know that's mostly what the game is, but like... Whoa.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Office decorations, Stanley Parable, reassurance bucket, button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Oh, I don't want that. Please no screenshots. Oh god. The baby is all grown up. God, there's so much to do. Can I do it all? Like, will it let me, or do I have to choose one? Oh, there's a backstage tour there.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Nah.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim
Okay.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Okay.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Okay.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Feel like Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Imagine the heart attack you would have if your name was actually Jim.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay. That was odd. Where is this part going? I'm so confused. See, I want to go up
I suppose I
there.
could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
I saw the new content. I'd actually wear the No, actually, I'd wear most of these shirts. Ooh, QR code. Let's scan it. Does it come up with anything? Welcome to the official website, the Stanley Parable 2. It actually has... I'm hoping you can see that. Oh, it's backwards. That's so funny. Enjoy the rest of the exhibit. Ha! That is funny. I know I shouldn't scan random QR codes, but I figured that was fine. The reassurance bucket. Okay.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Oh, there it is.
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Give. Okay, see, genuinely, I would love this. I would unequivocally love this. Yes, my bucket now. Mine.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Mine.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
My bucket. Mine.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
They're both so funny. Get well someday, or happy 12th birthday, stepniece. This one makes me laugh more, I think.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yeah.
Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
Prick. I'm done. Well, okay, that's interesting.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Is this just upstairs? Okay, cool. It's just a different way to go.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Sorry.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
My bad, I don't come back. Easy achievement, get it here, yes. Oh wait, infinite hole. Down there, I assume? Pull the lever, receive your achievement, no more. Oh god. Nope, alright, well, nope, not yet. Sorry, I'm probably gonna miss stuff, I know. Oh my god. Oh, I thought he turned around, like, he was facing the other way and then he turned around to face me, but no, he's just swiveling. Okay, that's fine then. You are here. Exit. No, I don't want to exit. I was like, what's that noise? It's my bucket. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, God. Oh. 1 of 6. Well, you obviously can't find them. Ah.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Infinite hole, it won't end. Is this gonna end it if I jump in there? I don't want to lose my bucket. Oh god. Oh well.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Alright, fuck it. Let's go. Yoink!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I'm good.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Because it's not an endless tunnel, is it? I'm gonna hit the floor. I'll have my where's G?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Sorry, I panicked. I panicked. Alright, in we go again.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing.
I did
Stanley.
press it.
I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, I'm not fighting you on that.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you,
Does
then
it?
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No, hole is my home now. We live down here now. We are hole people. We belong to the hole. And aboard, let's go. I have to, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah, it
I couldn't
did.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Yeah, because the white circle there at the top, it's bigger than it was last time.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing...
I don't know why it's so fun. Oh,
Wow.
oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
No, but now I'm doing what you want to
There
do.
it is.
Oh,
The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
it is.
Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I'm happy.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Uh-oh.
You sure?
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I
Uh-oh.
really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago.
Uh-oh.
Try it again.
Uh-oh.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
No, don't
I'm
restart.
out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
I love that his voice fades away. Yes, I am satisfied with my fate, actually. I mean, I wish I could have seen the rest of it, but I got my bucket, I got my hole. Yeah. This is as good a place do I need to expire. I'm happy. I mean, I wish it was deeper, you know? I wish we were down at the bottom of the hole, but this is fine. Well, these... Oh god. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I may have fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh no. I should have had this be the last thing that I do. Oh no. Goodbye, cruel world. My bucket and I will remember you forever. Alright, buckets, you and me. Well, you, me, and the hole. There's three of us. F to change your perspective. Change your perception. Okay. Puppies. Ah, yes. Ah. This is fun. Ah.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
I don't want to stay alert. I want to go to Funky Town again. Won't you take me to do Funky Town? Do. Okay, is this it? Don't take my bucket away. Don't take my bucket away. Yay!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I love that it restarted. It's like, buddy, please. Alright, this is the last thing we need. And then we can go to that weird door down the bottom. See what that is. I'm so glad you didn't take my bucket.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel, to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you.
Gamers.
And I promise it will happen.
Okay, but can it happen now? Because I want it. Let me, Great. Okay, good. Good to know. Wasted my fecking time. Oh well. I still got my bucket, so I'm happy. Okay, that's everything.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Nothing, I think. Jump circle collectibles. This map, free achievement, button. Yeah, button merch, settings world champion. What? Wait, what do you mean settings world champion? What? So the reassurance bucket. What's 3? Office decorations. Okay. A9 collectibles, E is the exit. Oh, the epilogue. That's where we want to go. That's the weird one. The little passageway. Okay, the only other thing we haven't seen is settings world champions. What's that? Okay. You know what? Actually, I don't care. I've decided I don't care. If I can't find it easily, then I don't care. Here we go.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Settings world champion. Mostly infinite hull, it's changed. That's funny. Oh. Okay, that's boring. Alright, I guess we have to go to the exit then. Sure. Okay. This was fun. Dude, there's so much in this game. We've already been playing for well over an hour. What? There's so much content in this game. It's so cool. Like, you just, like, I've completely lost track of time.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Airport security. There's a bag just been left there. I don't trust it. Bro, I was in an airport recently and I didn't even think. I was going through security and the guy in front of me, he'd put all his stuff through and didn't realize he was still holding like his water bottle. It was just a clear plastic empty water bottle. And so he just like turned around and looked at me. he was like, oh, can I just put this with your stuff? And I just said yes without thinking of it. And then I put it through, and I was like, oh my god, like, absolute idiot. It's like one of the rules at airports. You don't take anything from anyone, like, especially going through security. I was like, it's a clear plastic water bottle, like, it should be fine. But I was like, oh god, if he's put something in that, like, somehow, like, in the cap or something, I'm fucked. And so it went through. I'm like sweating bullets, and it got through. It was fine. Nothing, like, they didn't look at it. It was fine. So we got our stuff. I, like, turned around, gave the bottle back to the guy, and, like, he was super grateful that I had taken it. But as I gave it back to him, there was this, like, look that we gave each other, and could tell we were thinking the same thing. Like, he was thinking, I shouldn't have given that to you. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have taken it. Like, we're both idiots. Whoops. Mubby. Burns! Is that
So,
the same
Stanley,
phone?
what do you think?
No,
Do you
it's not.
like all of
It's
the
not a
new
phone.
features?
It's not even a
Yes,
phone.
I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Thank you for not taking my bucket away. I'm really happy
Are
with
you
this
ready?
bucket.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Woo! Okay.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
That's my
Let
bucket.
me do a different arrangement.
Dude, you got a starring role in this one.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Would it be an
Suppose
ultra
it could,
deluxe
but
version?
it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. What? Bro, what is this game, dude? What the hell? I had no idea it was this trippy and, like, expansive. I just thought you went through a loop and you listened to the guy or you didn't. Like, all of this was birthed from me just going left and then going down that elevator thing. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I want to see if something's different here.
Stanley worked for a
Yep.
company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
The balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
See, I don't know when there's a good time to like pause the game, because I don't want to quit and lose all this progress, you know? Is it progress? I have no idea.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm so confused. Bucket! Gimme.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! You're looking a bit worse for the wear there, but you know, I love you all the same. There's still no input there. Oh, that's on. Oh, the input's there now. Yes, nice. Okay, I just need to find it 3 more times. It jumps between monitors. Oh, I'm silly. I've probably been missing it each time. Damn it. Oh, I'm a fool. Sorry. Oh, no more new content.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I wish I actually had a bucket that I could cradle. I don't know why I went left. Felt like the right thing to do.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy?
No.
It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
Shut
it's supposed to go
Shut
with the other
Shut
cleaning supplies.
Mine.
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
It's mine.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
How dare you?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
Lies.
That your life is so banal and meaningless
Fair.
that you feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path
No.
in an even partially enticing manner?
No.
Well, I never.
Bucket for
Go
life.
on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
My bucket. Mine. You can't have it. It's mine. My bucket. I'm scared to like press anything because I don't want him to put down the
I've got
fucking
you
bucket.
something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Yay!
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
I don't feel great having it say property. He's my friend. He's not my property.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Do I just stay in the closet? Well.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Cool. Alright, I guess that's the game telling me it's done. Okay, it's done. But now I got stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm curious now. We follow this through to the end. Collectible!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, that's the same thing. Oh, you can't open it now. Interesting. 2845.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Collectible!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Nope.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Nope. I feel like I'm gonna dress as Stanley for Halloween. Might do it. I just gotta buy a bucket and put on a sad face, and we got it.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay,
Stanley
now...
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh. Alright, let's see it through. Let's see it through. I know anyone who's played this game and has gotten to this part is probably screaming at me. There's probably a lot more stuff that I can do, but I'm very confused.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
47, there I am.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
My bucket. They're just the sensitive soul. Leave them alone.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Oh. It did say pirate. I thought it said private or pirate. It does say that. There's one up there that doesn't turn off. Like, it doesn't have a number.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
3. Where's 4? Oh, 4's up there. How do you get up there? What? Sorry, I'm gonna turn the brightness up on my screen. I just can't feckin' see. I don't know that that helps at all. Okay, because you need to be able to get up there to get to 4. One, 2. 3. What? It's been locked by something. That's really weird. Oh man. Alright, turn that shit way down. Alright, that's fine. That's really annoying. Why can't I do anything with that? Alright, that did nothing. Huh. There must be a way to unblock it. I can't figure it out. Oh well. Alright, what do we do this time? Do we turn it off again? Or do you turn it back on?
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Like, 'cause I don't want to do the same thing, which I turned it off last time, but also so much is different now. Like, is it a different ending? Also, if it's what the bucket, it's what the bucket wants. We're going with what the bucket wants. Easy decision. Easy decision. It's what the bucket wants. We do what the bucket wants.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door.
Yeah, see, now we got a life together.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Oh.
What? Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No!
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Even
No!
the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, will go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
I can understand that.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is that it? Is it just... Oh, that's new. Figurine Finders Committee. Okay, where is it? Where's it gone? Input?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay. This is different. Yeah, this is very different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I just want to go to the meeting room and see the figurine collectors. There we go. Wow. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. Wow. Inside of a sequel exhibit. Oh, it's telling me where it is. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place. Yep, I got that. Something to do with stairs. Okay, so go down the stairs. Large room full of boxes. I don't know what that is. Somewhere both red and blue. Okay, so I need to go right then to get to the red and blue stuff. Red and blue doors. Okay, we gotta go down the stairs then. Good luck.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
But I want a new sticker. But I want it. I want it. Give it. Give it. Okay. Alright, down the stairs we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
It's gotta be under here. Yes!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Neither of them. I don't like either of them. Please don't do that to me. Oh no, this is the one that just loops infinitely. I don't want to do that. That took so fucking long. Okay. Alright, somewhere with a lot of boxes. Alright, I'm just gonna assume the elevator is the same thing and it doesn't go anywhere. Probably does now, but alas.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
What?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotion, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh yeah, because that's behind the fireplace. Right. Alright, we gotta go turn it on this time. I don't, like, I want to stop playing because I do have other stuff to do today, But I don't want to stop playing because I don't want to back out and lose all this stuff and have it. Fuck me. And have to start again completely.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead.
Like
through
I
the
can go
large door
there,
that
I can
led
go straight, like.
mind control facility.
Ah. God, this is gonna take a while.
The lights rose on an enormous
I
room
wish you could
packed
skip
with
through this
television
stuff.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Okay. Sorry, we've seen this, we know.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Valid. Okay, sorry.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
No,
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust.
Nope.
When suddenly, an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Oh, silly birds. Ah.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Alright. Okay, I can't go through it again. I'm sorry. The sequel is now paused. Oh, why can't you save it? It's so annoying. The sequel is now paused. Because you know when I boot the game up again, it's gonna be gone. You know, dude. Aw, man. Aw, man. Begin the game again. Yeah, so that must just be, just erase everything, go back to the start. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna get to the part where we pick up the bucket.
How wonderful. Stanley
Because if we're gonna die...
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, it's different now. He wants to be alone. Where's the fucking input one? That's so annoying.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
I thought it said F you. Yeah, anyway. Wrong.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah, see, that's where everything went wrong. In the elevator. Alright, we need to get to the doors.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop! Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there.
No!
It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
That's true. That's
I
fair.
suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios.
Oh god.
And you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you
Oh
is
god.
a bucket.
Ow.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram
No.
of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Mate. How am I supposed to know that?
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual
That counts as a bucket. This is a real ship of thieves moment. Thieves moment. Thieves moment.
Item
Thieves
3.
moment.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
This is a bucket.
Give me that serotonin boost.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
It's gonna be a trick question. Oh, it wasn't a trick
Are
question.
you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible.
I thought it was
Let's
a
just
trick.
move on to the next
I
one.
thought it was a trick. Bro, we've been playing for almost 2 hours. I gotta go.
Is this a bucket?
Yeah. I've committed now.
Correct. This is a bucket.
What? Sir. I'm so confused.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Okay, what is going on?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Don't touch my bucket. Don't touch my bucket. Don't.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
Sorry.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear?
Everything is a
Was
bucket.
everything a bucket?
Everything is
Every
a
single thing in the
bucket.
game was a bucket.
Everything.
I had no idea. How could... Except me.
There's buckets the whole
I'm
time.
not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
But I want to be a
This is
bucket.
wonderful news. We're not buckets.
No, it's terrible
Yes,
news.
I actually feel much more at ease right now.
No.
It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay. Okay, I'm real confused now.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't keep doing this. I'm actually going insane. And I just, by instinct, I picked up the bucket. And I completely forgot that you can't go through the door to get the red and blue doors where the next collectible is. Alright, you know what we're gonna do?
This was not
We're
the
gonna
direct way to the
go
meeting room,
speed run.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
We're gonna go
And here it
to...
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket's never wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We're gonna stay on the lift this time.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
Because I've never stayed on
Good,
the thing.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Can you jump from here? Oh no, you can't. Use the opportunity to. That's fascinating.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I was gonna say, what dark room? This dark room. Oh god.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
That's
This
all bright.
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Why did it take me to work with you? Sorry, I haven't seen this place yet. This is my apartment, I guess.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. lately I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Where is
To
it?
see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Ignore everyone in your life except for me. Yes, bucket.
It's sad. I
It
suppose he
is
doesn't
me
need
and
me
the
anymore.
bucket.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, bucket is love, bucket is life. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Yes, I do, bucket.
Yes, I suppose
Where's
on
my
closer
bucket?
inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Bucket?
It's just a little more...
Ah,
What
bucket.
am I trying to say? Sturdy.
My favorite
More
show.
capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press X to relive the same day with me over and over. Yes, bucket.
Oh my god, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's
No.
literally just a bucket.
Bucket is
Why do I feel
love.
some need to point out
Bucket
the
is
ways in which
life.
it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
G to go home. Wait, to go home to work to home to work to home. Sure, bucket.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Yes.
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
Bucket.
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley.
No.
I need it.
No.
Give it to me now.
No.
Give it, or I'll...
My bucket. Go back to work, Stanley. Okay, bucket. That was a nice little detour. Okay. That's so funny. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I'm done. Sorry. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Don't look at me. Okay, we're gonna stop. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if this resets and we have to do it all again and we lose the bucket, but look, I care about the collectibles, but not enough to sit here for another 3 hours. I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. I can't do this anymore. It's I will literally sit here the rest of the day. This is so good. This is such a good game. It's so fun. It's so silly. It's quite overwhelming, but like in a good way. Like I just never feel like I'm ever gonna get to the end of the content, so it's something that I can definitely come back to over and over again. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. I have enjoyed it. I hope you've played it. If there's any branching pathway that I've just completely missed, then let me know. But yeah, that'll be it for now. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. But yes, bucket is love, bucket is life, bucket.